Hello. Welcome. Welcome Winder. Non-PC. Trimple. Puddle. Spooky. Thanks for the remember Puddle. Why are you Wilhelm screaming? Are you okay? Or is that just what happens when you remember that cats exist? I see silly things are already being added to me. Welcome dogs and thanks for the remember. Is this the one you wanted, Winder? How does that look? Am I silly? Sometimes. Seven. That's me. 25% of me. Welcome Sheer. Let me play the music 1 second. There we go. Return of the cat fact. You're asking me to think 6 minutes into stream. Asking for the impossible. My name is not 7777 Winder. Did you know that the runniness of cat tongues makes them really good at licking flesh from the bone? There is your cat fact. Your slightly ominous cat fact. Lucky numbers. I have weird luck. I am lucky in unlucky ways. How long would it take for a cat to lick through bone? I don't know, I've never tried. I don't have any interest in licking things. Today I have interest in programming things. But my brain is refusing to do work lately, so we'll see how far we get, I guess. I'll do my best. Let me check a couple things. I do some programming that's kind of like work. So I wanted to make it ragdoll you if you get hitbox an object. By an object. Let's see if that's happening or not. Naya. This is your Naya. Chat works, but it might just be because of the respite code that it is. I can box objects. I can throw boxes at objects. Objects being Popl 3E. People, I am already incapable of typing. Welcome, Daryl. This bot is going to be suffering a bit while I try to figure out how to do THs. Where is my print statement? Wow's gone. Okay, so it does work. Getting double overtime. I do not pay the bots, sorry. She gets paid in exposure. As she dies on stream. just a little cleanup. Separating this into two things so you can turn one off but not the other. Yeah, bots just walk around at random. So she wanders off until I have need of her again. Alright, well, that should be cleaned up. Maybe the bot is self-aware and knows that you are watching. Maybe the bot is coming for you, chat. Maybe it left the game and it's going to where you live. That does sound like living hell, Daryl. I can't really help you with that. Well, I guess if you just send me all of your food, I can help you with that. But I think you'd still be in living hell. That would make it worse. I do already take your snacks, this is truer. But I could take more. I could take even more of your food. Thanks for the follow, Morgana P5S. Well, I hope it goes well, Daryl. Do your best. Oh, also I added more music to the music playlist. Welcome, Otter. I am now a snack tray, apparently. Enjoy your lurk, Morgana. You want me to offer you my finest snacks, huh? Sorry, I can't do it. The snacks are for me. I am not a bot, but if you ask me to do something, I might do it. Act like a bot. One. Humans are space orcs. I think space orcs are space orcs and humans are humans. Divide 0 by 0. Okay. Just kidding. Alright, what I'm doing now is just making it so hunger and stamina saves properly, which I don't think it does right now. Well, it's coded. Guess I'll need to test it. I'll test it later. Well, I think it saved actually since it's 0. Guess I can mark that off the to-do list. Nya. There is your Nya. Why? I spin so hard the options came out. That was a lot of spinning. Very rotated. I am. More spinning. One of these days I am going to rotate you. You will be the one who is spinned. Not today. You never know, maybe in your sleep I will rotate you 45 degrees and you will never know. You're putting suspicious lines on me, I see. Do not poke the lines that kills. Crooked Man SCP. I don't want to be crooked. What if you never go to sleep? You die. That kills you. Try not to forget about the things that can kill you. 0 degrees. It's hard to irritate myself, to be honest. I have to reload the model. I can make you more crooked. Is there an SCP that just makes people crooked? I don't know a lot of SCPs these days. This might be tricky. So when we pick up objects, I need to store said object. So we can make it again when we throw it or drop it. I think I know a good way to do this. Probably. This will probably work once I get the rest of the stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of cool SCP content out there. Have I read the 7192 SCP? I have actually. I was interested to see what it was since it had my name. It was neat. Now enough cats, bah. Not enough. Never enough cats. Yeah, SCPs have numbers, so eventually number 7192 got an article. I considered going and making it myself, but I didn't want SCP to have the rights to any of my stuff or anything, so... Yo cat, let's go. Indeed. Very brain related. I should write stuff more. But writing is hard and scary. I am a good writer. That's very kind of you to say. I'll keep doing those. We'll probably do another one like next week or something. I am trying to do them once a month. Yeah, another story time. Well, the delivery of your actions is usually quite insane, so I have to constrain it within the physics of the world. Hey, it worked sorta. We now throw clocks out of our face. We have unlocked the ability to throw things. Isn't that nice? Please do not throw anything at me, but I'm glad you are enthusiastic about the new feature. Well, that was easier than I expected it to be. Yeah, the bot just looks in a set direction, I guess. Never rotates. You're throwing money at me, and miss. Is this bullying? Alright, now we need to gently place things on the ground. I guess being bullied by money isn't the worst bullying one can receive. Certainly there are worse fates. The worst ghost story? That's probably like the second chapter. The Nero one is widely regarded as the worst one. In general, I think it's just kind of not that interesting. Quarters and dimes painted, that would probably hurt a little. Being pelted with coins would be a little damaging. You want me to throw money at you? Happy. For some reason my physics gun is invisible. That's annoying. I'll have to fix that later. Welcome Brent. Nya. Sorry, I don't have enough money to pay anyone to do anything for me, Daryl. There we go. Fixed that bug. Nya. Gamer cat hairballs. That sounds insanely gross. Does anyone else want me to throw money at them? Bathwater. Please stay away from my water. There you go. Winder, I am not going to kill rodents or do that other thing either. Enjoy your Gary's Mod $1. You can have one of these coat things, I guess. I don't even know what they are. You're rich indeed. As long as rich means you have about $12. Sorry, $13 actually. Richer than expected. And look at that, we can pick things up and throw them and also gently put them on the ground. Neat. $2 bills. I only have the $1 bills. You want to go on a road trip? This is what you have to go in. Enjoy your trip. I am not a good driver. I'm cursed actually. If I drive a video game vehicle, nonsensical things will happen. I will get stuck in ways no one has ever gotten stuck in before. I will crash into objects that should not have been crashed into. And the world will conspire against me. In real life I cannot drive because my eyesight is way too bad, also I hate doing it. They don't give licenses to cats that are questionably not real. Winder, do not kill me with the death machine. They're still selling those? Crazy. You'd think they'd get those taken down right away to save face. Yeah, so there's apparently a self-cleaning litter box out there that is designed very poorly, in that it can actually harm cats. They avoid moderating it. I don't know much about Amazon, but yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, they should really get on that. It might make them less money if they start getting sued. Which really, if they're selling cat death machines, perhaps they deserve to be sued a bit. I actually got the throwing object and placing object done way faster than I expected. I thought that would take me like the whole time, so I was putting it off. But I got it done in like 20 minutes. It does seem notably evil to see this machine kills cats, and then you continue to sell it. Like that's comically evil. Like if you put that in a story, people would be like, this isn't realistically evil. Yet somehow it is real. Yeah, definitely a good idea to buy a more expensive one if it means your cat will be safe. Does he look like Lex Luthor or is he just bald? I don't know what Lex looks like in the comics. I'm sure Bezos will find a way to invent immortality. Lex Luthor is bald. This is a true statement. You know he's able to make like clones and super weapons, but did ever cure his baldness? Maybe he likes being bald. I guess being bald is fine. Better than being a super villain. Why is it always the bald people who are evil? Good question. Oh, Superman made him bald. That's kind of fun. Funny. Imagine if Superman made you bald. Nobody would believe you. That worked pretty easily too. Alright, well, the holding system works pretty well now. I mean, even if someone does a lot of good, he should probably still get in trouble if he makes people bald. He was just being a little silly. I guess it's fine then. If it's just being a little silly, he's allowed. Come on, Lex. He was just being silly. I still need to fix this. The keys forced him to. Yeah, keys are evil actually. Listen, I don't have a real sponge model. So I had to color a cube a sponge color. And hope nobody would notice. You're making mac and cheese. You better share. Alfred beat up Superman. That's kind of amazing. Why isn't this working? Oh, now it worked. Why is this suddenly not working? Gods among us. Ambus. It's basically while this thing is moving and touching this other thing, the number goes down. If said numbers goes to 0, it deletes itself. Seems like partial transparency doesn't work with it, which is annoying. The problem is it's not considering this to be a collision. It's because of the collision groups. Basically, it doesn't consider it to be touching this thing. I can try this, I guess. Nope. Basically, it's sort of a conflict. When you pick up an object, it loses most of its collisions. That way when you're holding it, it doesn't get in your way. And then when you drop it, it goes back to normal. But since the collision group is different, it doesn't hit this thing. So I have to find the right combination of collision groups. It's working now, sorta. Which is nice because it means we're approaching me being able to release this thing. Can I rotate while holding? Yeah, but I didn't code that. I have another add-in that lets that happen. I still have the console with the ill-fitting drive. It fits pretty well, I think. Oh, you meant this part? Good. Do you want me to take a screenshot for you, or did you get one? Yeah, I could try to make a rectangle, I guess. Let me get some more water and I will consider making a horrible evil rectangle. Welcome, purity. Hold on, I want water. I am back, hello. Yeah, they gave me a trench coat. I think it's full of rats. Do you want the rat? Rat vendor. I hope your cat is healthy, Puddle. The purple rat. Yeah, sure. The purple rat will arrive under your pillow when you least expect it. Is this a public server? No, this is just me coding things. Once I finish coding these things, I will publicly release them and they will be available to anyone. Rat jump scare. Someday I want a pet rat. If I get a pet rat, I could jump scare you with him. Wouldn't that be fun? Gerald the Wise. Rats are known for their wisdom. Like that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles rat. You want a ferret? I think my uncle had one once. They are long and smell bad. But also they're kind of cool. An Ecto plushie. Does she have those? I don't know who that is, Daryl. Sounds familiar somehow though. Okay, let us try to make a rectangle, I guess. It's been a while since I've made a new NPC actually. Oh, a ferret tuber. I hope they are having a good time. Where's NPC numbers? Happy. There she goes, off to cause mischief. What is it, numbers? I still need to fix a number of bugs on number so I can release it. That's true, Daryl. I am the epitome of so. You ate mac and cheese, did you not leave any for me? So, numbers, spooky. There might be some, I'll check. Sorry, I keep looking at myself. Let's code a rectangle. That's truth, there's many YouTubers out there. And I think that's fine. But I personally am not particularly lewd. Existing is lewd. I don't know about that. Are like rocks on the ground lewd? Is the air lewd? Those are things that all exist. Yes, how? Why are my hands resting in non-existent pockets? The model uses Half-Life 2 animations that were not made for my model. Air is touching me all the time. What the hell? I need to stop this. I am getting a restraining order against air. You found a way to make rocks lewd? I don't think the rocks like to get stepped on. What about like the molten core of the earth? How is that one lewd? Your standards are too high. Nothing is so in your world. the rectangle actually won't be that hard. Well, the hard part is all the visuals really. Though the rectangle behaves differently in Voices of the Void than my typical NPC would. It doesn't just run straight at you. It pauses and looks at you. Spooky. No, I am in complete control of the rectangle. It is not coming after me. That's okay, Otter, your brain is just having a little fun. The root of the matter is, I am a Zo angel, and I can do no wrong. No, it won't. There are no evil rectangles in Gary's mod. Not until I code one. Indeed, angelic. I mean, you can be Zo without being 100% pure. But you know, me, 100% pure. Like the Pope is the Pope, and I am sure he's got a little evil in him somewhere. Yin and Yang or something, I don't know. Every good has a little evil. I'm tasteful lewd. When am I even lewd? I realized I forgot to do something here. Testing this is difficult though. I'll mess with it more after the rectangle. See, look, impurity certified. Purity. Valentine is the arbitrator of purity. It's in the name. Certified.
Something must be wrong with me. I almost understood that.
This will stop looking like a guy soon. I just need to remember what hook to use. Okay, we got the model invisible. Yeah, in Lua, don't worry, I'm not going to steal his skin today. Not today. Indeed. Time to make a rectangle creature. Stealing skin should be illegal? I don't know. I think if someone stole my skin, I would be very unhappy about it. I'm a skinwalker expert. I haven't met any. Not that I know of. Make the actual model into an Easter egg? I could. Oh, just for you. I guess it's okay if an otter does it. That's what a skinwalker would say. Don't worry, if I were a skinwalker, your skin would be gone already. That might be a bit large. Rectangle. Skinwalkers are irredeemably evil. I don't actually know anything about skinwalkers. Other than that, they steal skin. So now another part of the rectangle is that it changes dimension randomly. That's a bit trickier actually. I don't remember exactly how it works though, I might have to go watch my own clip of it. The frame rectangle for interacting item code. Well, you usually can't see that rift walls or anything. You mean like the box that goes around it? That might be difficult to put on this NPC and have it behave the same way. I have an idea on how to make it spooky, let me just mess with this a bit. The other problem is we didn't actually finish that thing. So mine doesn't work the same way. We have to fix that still, but I don't know how at this time. Now I have to do simple math. The horror. My favorite folklore monster. That's a hard one. I don't know many folklore monsters that I am a fan of. I am not a big fan of vampires or werewolves. Ghosts actually scare me. Bigfoot is kind of a funny guy. Welcome Riot. Sorry that I am doing some unbelievable math. I am trying to make a horrifying rectangle attack people. Yeah, I am a little afraid of ghosts even though I don't think they're real. But like what if they were and they hated that I was alive? This angry rectangle is in Voices of the Void, so it's going in here too. Though mine might be more scuff. There's a ghost behind me. I checked. No ghost. Unless it's invisible. Yeah, it's some kind of new enemy in Voices of the Void. I don't really understand it. It just exists and it chases you around. Yeah, I don't think ghosts are real. But on the off chance they are, I wouldn't go messing with them. This is a lot of if statements. A bit of a spaghetti. But in theory this should work. I'm glad you aren't haunted, Daryl. But what if you're haunted and it's just a nice ghost? Well, it works, but not quite the way I'd want it to. needs to be slower. You should probably avoid desecrating the graves. That's my suggestion anyways, but I'm not like a grave expert. The rectangle also needs to be visible through walls. And always facing you. I did see that people were mad at that TikTok lady. Personally, it didn't seem like a big deal to me, but I don't know anything about the subject. It really gets right up in my personal space. This is tricky now. I need to find a way to make it always face me. Basically, a TikTok lady was cleaning a grave. And to some degree, that's a nice thing to do, cleaning and restoring an old, unattended grave. However, many people criticized it since it was sort of like making a show out of a resting place, or just using cleaning chemicals that may damage the grave. Sadly, I don't think the rectangle has ears. So if I tell it anything, it will not listen. Don't make me a gravestone winder, I'm not dead. Thanks, Purity. But also don't die, please. TikTok numbers. TikTok is a weird thing, I don't know if I want to be there. It's probably a good idea if I want to market myself, but I just don't usually see TikToks that I enjoy. But you maybe that lady just needs to learn what chemicals to use so she doesn't damage the thing. Then people would have less problems with it. I have no idea what I am doing. So my idea was to make it stay facing the place at all times, was to take the player's angles and use that. The player. Which is almost a thing, but not quite. I guess if I just draw a line from the player to the thing and get the angle of that. If I was a pseudo-servant, who would I be hosting? I don't know a lot of historical figures, to be honest. I'm sure someone will invent immortality someday. Though we might not live long enough for it. Personally, I'd be happy if we could just cure aging. Yeah, what if you were the last person in history to die? That would be so unfortunate. Are there actually functional cryopods? I thought we couldn't freeze people without them, like, dying. The rectangle is really not working with me here, but I'll figure it out. I hope nobody freezes me without my permission. There we go. Now the rectangle is always looking at me. I kind of hate that it makes me uncomfortable. Oh, the code display is off. Sorry. Sorry to deprive you of the programming. How do you guys feel about this horrible rectangle now? I can speed it up, yeah. Still need to be able to see it through walls. I don't have any monkeys, sorry. Also, welcome Valentine. What's it supposed to do? To be honest, I have no idea. I was so scared of it that I didn't let it touch me. I have no idea what it is. I assumed it was an otherworldly horror come to devour me. It didn't seem to just be watching always. If I stood still, it would come at me. Though it would pause if I looked at it a bit. Stick my head in it. You do it. That's scary. What a silly guy. Pet it. Why don't you pet it? Never mind, you guys are always trying to pet things you're not supposed to. Hold on, I lost my rectangle. There we go. I have to center this thing somehow. Easier said than done though. There we go. Look at that horrible thing. Slowly approaching me. I guess now we can make it do other things. Moving through walls is pretty hard. I can make it move through objects though. I can make it teleport as well. That's kind of scary. Well, I plan to just use Gary's mod maps. The PNG chase things are still around. This actually uses fairly similar code to them, except this is more complex by a lot. Those ones basically just use pathfinding. And then if they touch you, you die. The thing that makes them PNGs is actually pretty cool. Since you could use like any image and chase someone to death. Friendly. I don't know about that Umbran. Luckily they can't see me if I not clip. You're friendly. Are you a rectangle? They go to where they last saw me. And just stand there. That's creepy. You want to add cats? Okay, done. Cat confirmed. Nya. There is your Nya. You're a more complex shape. Cat deployed. True. These guys aren't quite like the voices of the Void One. But they certainly make me uncomfortable. So I think we did a good job on it. What do you guys think? Rectangle out of 10. What is the value of rectangle? They don't actually do anything if they catch you. Except get uncomfortably close to you. I don't like it. I do not like when they do that. A behind the scenes dislike for the aliens. The difficulty of that really depends on how hard it is to track things that make aliens happy or sad. But I should probably make the aliens first. Let's make these things dangerous first. How do I want to do this? I should actually test in Voices of the Void what happens if you touch these things. But they scare me. And I have no idea how to find one. You want me to sacrifice a chatter? I don't know, that seems cruel. Chat, would you run into a rectangle for me? And no, you only get one save slot in Voices of the Void. Yes, why are you so ready to run into a rectangle? I don't know, these things are kind of creepy. Jusagi doesn't like scary things. But maybe for Fauna he'd do it. Why not? I don't know, it seems really dangerous.
Ah! 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 Ah!
Well, they're dangerous now. Doesn't seem quite good enough though. Will it let me do this?
Ah!
Nope. Can't multiply a table, have to do it manually. You'll do it for the vine. I hate to break it to you, but I don't think vines are around. No, Otter, don't worry, you won't turn into a rectangle. However, you may grow cat ears that only you can see.
No!
One second, I need to figure out how this thing works again.
Ugh.
I'm trying to give it a fade out effect. I guess every numbers fan might see your cat ears. I don't know, you're probably just hallucinating as you go insane. Hold on, I can test this better. Okay, so that's the default settings.
Ah!
Still isn't working quite right.
Ugh.
Weird.
No! Ah!
Why is this being so picky? Have a nice sleep, Puddle and Daryl. May the rectangle spare you.
Ugh.
It works.
No!
That's kind of a cool effect.
Ha! Gah! No!
What do you guys think?
Gah!
Probably needs a little more somehow.
No!
It's certainly something. Invert the colors. I could try.
Ha!
It looks like that if I do. That's probably cooler. The problem with this is that it's hard to fade it out though. I don't think the rectangle is friendly. I would not trust this shape.
No! Gah!
And yeah, the scratchy effect is definitely the sand dunes.
No! Ha!
I'm trying to reverse this thing, but it's being a real pain. You're quite the scientist, Halakayachu.
Gah!
Blue.
No! Gah! Gah! Gah!
It's behaving in a strange way.
Nope!
The brightness is being really annoying about this.
Gah!
It's not doing the fade effect the way I want it to. Like somehow this value is never seen. Even though it should be.
Gah! Gah!
0 is just pitch black. An egg in this trying time. That would be helpful.
Gah! Gah!
I am going insane.
Gah! Gah!
I just need to reverse, but it's not quite working. That thing is very cute, thank you.
Gah! Gah! Gah!
There we go, that's more like it.
Gah!
Now it's doing what I want it to. Pretty cool. How do you guys feel about it?
Gah!
I guess this work may have been for naught depending on what the rectangle actually does to you in Voices of the Void. But I'm still happy I did it and may just keep it in there. You'd like it to not touch you? Good idea. Maybe I should give it some kind of horrible noise too. I'm not sure what kind of noise is made when the rectangle sends you to a nightmare dimension. Let me look real quick. That may work.
Gah! Ah! No!
I certainly hate that. I can make it better still. Well, probably. You want them to be more friendly. I could make it say like haha at you. But I think that's creepy in its own way. Because this does damage you after all.
No!
I don't know if I have a chittering sound. Can I put a jester hat on the skull? This is about the best I can do. Is this what you wanted? Yeah, that is a good idea. I'll put this somewhere on the map when I get around to making events. I am happy that you're happy about this. Quiet, squeaky, chittering noises.
Ah!
I would need some custom sounds for that instead of just the Half-Life 2 ones, I think. How do you feel about the sound? Should I do something different? It does indeed sound like it needs an inhaler.
Ah!
I like it because it kind of sounds like wind too.
Ah!
Very angry wind. I could also add another effect like after the screen thing ends, you get sent somewhere else. but that will require some more thinking. I should go look up what happens in Voices of the Void first. What's it like indoors?
Ugh.
Cool. I think we made some good progress today. We created a rectangle. Let's head to the chatting screen for a little while. Hi. Cat. That's me, the cat. The final Neko. Did I know that I'm a cat? I did know that actually. I've known that for quite some time. Show the rect always 2 feet away but vary the size based on the actual distance. I could do that. But I feel like that should be like a separate NPC, possibly. I could make a second, deadlier shape. Yeah, I think Purity did say that one before. It's okay, you two can share the joke. I am not a flasher winder, I just have a bunch of rats. There is a way I can just draw a rectangle on the screen. I can also draw it through walls, but it requires another hook that I am going to need to look up first. I'll do it later. If you had an entire jacket of friendly rats, wouldn't you want to show it to people, Winder? Welcome, Hickory. There you go, cat dancing on the moon. Happy. Nya. There is your Nya. I am wearing plenty of things, Otter. Do not insinuate that I am anything other than a perfect zoo creature. Because I am a perfect zoo creature. That just happens to have a bunch of rats. That's okay, Otter, I understand. The worms really do like to live in the brain. Does each rat have a name? You'll have to ask the rats to find out. I am sure you'll meet them soon enough. In your dreams, maybe. Absorbed. I don't absorb rats. I don't absorb anything. Except food, I guess. Squeak squeak. They respond. I don't eat rats. I love rats. Cute creatures. You wouldn't eat rodents. What do otters eat usually? Fish. I hear that rats are very nice pets, but they don't live that long. Personally, I don't think I can cope with a pet only living a few years, so I don't think I can do it. I want my pet to live like 1,000 years. Rats aren't out of the question. Noted. I went to the chatting screen, but I have no idea what to talk about. I am not a cannibal. I don't eat cats. I like cats. including myself. Do you guys want to see the schedule? The infamous schedule. You like this cat? Thanks. DevTubers usually hate themselves. DevTubers should like themselves more because I like them. My take on lions versus Pokemon. I didn't know this was a thing. What's the premise of it? I think the L0T of Pokemon would beat a lion, but plenty of them would also lose. Lots of people are self-deprecating. I suppose whatever works for them. But I find it to be good for me if I inject a little random smugness into my thought patterns. Every Pokemon as in like one of each type. Or like every Pokemon in the Pokemon universe. Oh, it's one of every Pokemon. It's hard to say because there's some Pokemon that are like this is God. But I think excluding any Pokemon that are like this Pokemon could destroy the planet by itself. The lions win easily. 1 billion lions is so many. If you're to assume there's like 1 million Pokemon, which there is not, they would each have to fight like 1,000 lions each. Even some of the Pokemon I am thinking of that are like big monsters, like the dragons, probably couldn't take on more than 100 lions. And then there's like Pokemon on the level of Magikarp, which can't even fight one lion. Yeah, if there's only 1,000 Pokemon versus 1 billion lions. There's just no chance outside of like some Pokemon I don't know about blowing up all of them. $1 billion is just an insane number is the thing. It's so large. Also, Winder asked what variant it'd be tomorrow. I will be the normal numbers. Hotter than the surface of the sun. How is the Earth alive? Registeel can't be scratched. What if, like, you buried it in 10,000 lions? That's a lot of weight, and you couldn't breathe. Yeah, it really depends on if you count the ones that have godlike powers. Then it's like, more of can 1 billion lions beat 10 godlike Pokemon or something? The other 990 Pokemon are simply irrelevant. That's my take on it anyways. I don't really know a lot about Pokemon though. I've only ever played like 2 Pokemon games. It would come out stronger. That's scary. I guess I didn't consider lion infighting. But if I'm going to consider lion infighting, I have to consider Pokemon infighting too. But that's too much work. 1 billion numbers versus 1 Poke God. Please don't make me fight God. I'm just a cat, I don't want to fight God. I have no idea how levels translate to a fight against a lion. Center of the lion mass. If you bring physics into this, it becomes hellish. I think we're thinking about it too deeply at that point. Why is there a Pokemon God anyways? Didn't the Pokemon arrive on like a meteor or something? Does that mean that Earth didn't have a god until an ally arrived and became God? I don't think Rhode Island could hold 1 billion lions. That's a pretty small place. Anyways, behold the schedule. This week is all on Twitch. Today too, as a matter of fact. Were you aware that you were on Twitch TV today? I don't know if Family Guy is in Rhode Island or not, but it sounds true. I haven't watched it in a decade, so I don't remember. Anyways, tomorrow, Thursday, we'll play Caligula Effect. Friday, Dishwashing Simulator. I think it qualifies as a horror game, but I don't know much about it. Then Saturday, Respite. Sunday, Voices of the Void. That's this week's schedule. Are there any schedule questions? Or questions at all? Or anything? Do you have anything? Do you have skin? Sorry, that's a strange thing to ask. I'm saying weird things today for some reason. What does Garfield card mean? There is a racing video game called Garfield Kart, featuring characters from the famous Garfield comic strip. It is absolutely terrible. It's a bad video game. So bad that it has become a meme and chat tells me to play it all the time. And tells me that I am Garfield. Even though I am not Garfield. So, I made it a redeem so I can just say you have to pay for it. Our Garfield game. I don't know what that is, but I'm happy I'm not playing it. Do I love lasagna? I wouldn't say I love it, but it's pretty good. I would eat a lasagna if you offered it to me. Not like the whole thing at once, but like, throughout the week. Though I'd rather eat a lot of other things, I think. Please cook the food properly, Winder. I don't want to get sick. What other numbers news was there? Oh yeah, I think next week I'll make one of those community feedback form things, where you can tell me things and I can ask you questions. Numbers but happy. I am already happy. If I was sad it'd look like this. Do you get a free lunch? I don't have the money to pay for a lunch for all of you. But yeah, I'll make that and we'll do that thing. Been a while since I last did one. I look adorable when I am sad. I guess that's nice. How many expressions do I have? I don't have toggles or anything. So it's hard to tell really. It's just me moving my face around that makes expressions. Switch between all of them as fast as I can. I don't know how to face. I don't think that was what you wanted. Also next week we'll do another story time stream I think. Earwaggle indeed. It's hard to do that actually. You forgot how to click on Twitch? There should be a button on the player I think. I am wearing the schedule. It's fashionable these days. I don't know if I have anything else to tell you. I think the rectangle stole all of my thoughts. It seems like the Voices of the Void porting project is coming along nicely. We've gotten most of the major functions done now. We basically have everything we need to go make an actual story with it and stuff. So I just need to go do that part. Then maybe I can release it. Probably going to need to do a testing session too. I made a lot of silly faces there. I watched the clip. What do you guys think? Is there anything the Voices of the Void port is lacking? Like anything I should focus on doing really hard? Probably hard to tell without playing it yourself. I'll have to write up a story, make some events, and get some people testing it or something. Then I can get some good first-hand feedback on it. Have I tried recreating in-game events? I haven't recreated any. Some of them would be a bit difficult to do. I could make a mannequin that follows you around pretty easily, since I literally have a mannequin that follows you around. Invisible cat aliens that knock you over. I could do that pretty easily. The difficulty depends entirely on the event in question. What I am likely going to do is just make my own set of events really. Different maps will have different events, since I'll have to set the positions and stuff for them. The earthquake effect was part of the map actually. Sorry I got distracted. The earthquake was a map effect, but funny enough it's pretty easy to shake the screen. Though knocking props and stuff onto the floor is a different story. Not that hard to do though. I could do something about it with ships and stuff crashing though. Events ultimately shouldn't be too bad. It's just a question of making some kind of story to go along with them. Could that one shake props around? The one in the Gary's mod map will work. But in Voices of the Void stuff crashes and shakes your base up. You think we should crash alien ships? But think of the poor aliens still making payments on those things. Spaceships have to be expensive. We sort of decided to make this not an exact copy of Voices of the Void, and have a little respite stuff in it. So it will probably have less aliens and more anomalous horrible creatures. Like the rectangle. The rectangle fits pretty well, I think. Just a weird ominous thing. Glad they added that to Voices of the Void. Even though it hates me and wants me to die. As for events, it's really just a matter of me sitting down and getting to work on them. Which, I will try to do eventually. I'll write stuff, make events, and get something testable up so I can figure out what else we need to do. And then, if all goes well, we'll release that thing. And then I don't know, maybe they'll give me $1 billion and I'll live happily ever after. I don't know who they is. But hopefully someone, that would be nice. After I finish porting that thing, I can go work on other projects like the actual game or a big 3D animation thing I've been wanting to do. Or both at the same time, even though that's a bad idea. Hard to look that far ahead since I am busy with the other stuff. I've got a lot of stuff I want to do. October is also coming up, so I should think of something spooky to do. I think that's all I have to say for tonight. We should see if we can raid anybody, I suppose. Unless there's anything else you guys would like to ask or talk about. Raid Poker Mio. I want to raid Gravity. We'll raid Maya someday though. My measurements. I use metric usually. I am an American. Wait, I didn't mean metric, I meant the other one. Metric is good for like science and math. I don't like it for temperature though. I like using imperial for stuff like heights and distances. And temperature. Tips for Shinjuku? I don't remember. I don't remember how the fights go in it, really sorry. My suggestion is to beat them up. But yeah, I am American, so I just use Imperial since that's what is all over. Yeah, it's funny how Celsius and Fahrenheit meet up there. Why did I say meat instead of meat? It's crazy when it gets that cold though. Not a cannibal. Most meat is not made of me, you know. "99% of meat in the world is not cats, I think. Can I nerf Radan? Didn't you fight him for like an entire week? I feel like maybe he deserved a bit of a nerf, maybe. If it takes someone like 80 hours to beat one boss, the boss is probably a little too strong. Oh, you loved it. You enjoy the suffering, I see. There might be a mod for it. I would imagine that people make mods for that sort of stuff, to nerf things. Base HP does seem like hell. But I mean, I hear the boss was brutal even with health. I basically didn't buy the DLC because it sounded like it wouldn't be very fun for me, as a person who doesn't enjoy suffering. I felt like taking my jacket off. So it will just sit over there and look kind of evil. Leaving the collective, I am not a rat. I do not belong in a pile of rats, I don't think. Probably. They aren't homeless, they live in the jacket. They are happy and warm, surely. Anyways, let's do that raid thing. Help me think of a raid message. I am not a flasher. Rat raid isn't bad. Rectangle raid seems about right. We'll do that. Rectangle raid X719 to skpin. That's all from me for today. Thank you all for watching, whether it was live or the VOD. I hope you all have a nice day and or night, and I will see you next time.